Buzu crew, and welcome back. It's your art teacher, Mr. Guera. And today's art lesson is a little bit different because we're not just making art, we are going to be learning about art from a real professional artist. He's my friend, Louis Vega Trevino.
And together we're creating something inspired by his actual style. So get ready, because today we're about to go all out with Artisan Awesome creating these next level napkins. And paired with these noteworthy napkins is Buzu Trading Card number 67, Trevega Star. Inspired by our guest artist's signature style, Trevega Star is an unpredictable powerhouse of positive creativity. With patterns that feel alive and colors that captivate, Trevega Star embodies the idea that art doesn't have to be planned to be amazing. Using long-forgotten secrets of ninjutsu, this noteworthy ninja is able to make canvas scrolls, shurikens, and even himself disappear and reappear, which gives him the superhuman classification. And with his trusty kendo stick paintbrush, he is better able to relax and trust himself to let his creativity flow, which is why he also gets the object classification. For this project, you will need a napkin, a felt tip pen, and markers. I'll be using these fancy Prismacolor markers, but as always, you should use whatever markers you have available. And I'll be using a 5" by 5" cellophane bag. You can find the links to all of these art supplies in the description below. All right, Louis, thank you so much for being here. Yes. Appreciate it. I want to start off with your line quality. Every line that you make, to me, looks like it belongs exactly where it is. Now, did you start off that way, or did you have to figure that out as you went along?
So like for many years ago, when I was 18, 17 years old, I would carry around little sketchbooks, and they were pretty intimate 5x7 sketchbooks, so were pretty easy to carry with you. And as I developed my skill to have confidence to use a pen, it took, I say, 10 years to really, where you just draw. And I'll never forget this architect, this older professor said, "Remember, Louis, it's not wrong until it's drawn." So that means, and so then I just started to take that idea and draw on napkins. I mean, start on, of course, the sketchbooks, but then I started finding that the napkins were harder to do. It's real easy to make a mess because it tears, and so.
So it's not wrong till it's drawn. That means that it's you can only find out if it's worthwhile, if it's your style, whether it's right or it's wrong, if you actually do it.
Yeah, because you could come up with great ideas mentally.
Oh, okay.
But unless it's drawn with like a pen, I've gone through what, I don't know, I have 80,000+ of these. I've gone through each one and look at them and like, they're not the same. Like they're all different.
Yeah.
It's like DNA or something.
Yeah, for sure. Like each one's got its own little character. Yeah. It's got its own life and
stories,
vibe.
like
yes.
Story.
Now let's talk for a second about the art technique called automatism. As far as art goes, automatism means to create without planning. Have you ever been on the phone and started doodling without thinking about it? That's automatism. Your brain lets go and your creativity takes over. You let your hand move freely without judging every line. Whole art movements have embraced automatism as a truly great way to create artwork, including surrealism, abstract expressionism, and Dadaism, with some of the most famous artists in history starting without a plan and trusting where it would take them. Whether they realize it or not, countless artists of all ages and from all ages have been doing this, probably yourself included. Doodling in notebooks, on the back of tests, or used envelopes. It's very casual, very calm, and not really thinking or even caring about the finished result, whether you're applying a pencil to paper or paint to canvas. And speaking of canvas, Trevega Star's first special ability is Canvas Crush. Using any of his beautifully decorated canvases, he wraps opponents up in art, making them easier to attack. Have you ever finished a piece and been surprised by your own work? Like,
Oh, yeah.
that wasn't the plan, but it worked better.
Sometimes I look back at these paintings or works or drawings and I think, did somebody else do this? Because sometimes it's just,
Right.
I enjoy it so much that sometimes I forget how it even
Right.
came about.
Right. That's awesome. And now for Trevega Star's second special ability, Napkin Crash, which is when he summons an avalanche of artistic napkins to rain down onto his opponents. Automatism is awesome because when you stop overthinking, your brain can relax, and that's when creativity flows. And some other interesting benefits to using automatism are that you can break creative blocks, you can explore new ideas better, and it even helps in relieving and reducing stress and anxiety. Sound good? Then let's get started.
Get out your napkin of choice as well as your felt tip pen and challenge yourself to just begin. Start by drawing geometric shapes or organic shapes. Make them big, make them small. Make them overlap or draw them with spaces in between. And also don't forget to draw lines, straight lines, freeform lines. Oh, and you may want to keep your free hand close to where you're drawing so that the napkin doesn't move around too much on you as you go. Once you start, don't stop. Just keep it moving until you've filled up the space. Don't stop to plan, don't think ahead, and don't try to make your artwork look like anything. Allow yourself to be surprised by what the end result brings. Keep things moving at a good pace, and if you accidentally rip or tear your napkin, no worries. Just get another one and start again. Only this time, try to lighten up on the pressure. And try to resist thinking that any part of your napkin looks weird. In fact, if it does look weird, you're probably doing it right. Just fill in the space with shapes, lines, curves, patterns, and let your hand lead.
All right, my friends, so final question for you is, what advice do you have for all of the aspiring artists watching this?
The biggest advice I would say is to never ever stop. Don't stop. Always learn and always draw something, even if you feel like you're not going anywhere with it. Because I've been doing this. I started when I was a child, and I have not stopped. Now I'm 54 years old. So there you go.
Thank you.
Yes.
All right, let's get back to the lesson.
Now that you've completed your napkin design, it's time to color it in. Get out your markers. Any markers. They don't have to be fancy or expensive. Just grab whatever markers you have handy and get started. And in just the same way that you used your felt tip pen to create the design, use that same automatism technique to color in all of the various spaces that you've made. Try not to allow yourself the time to consider what colors you want to use in advance, and also not in what order. Just try to capture and create actively in the moment. Create something unexpected by filling in areas at random with random colors.
And by doing this, just know that when it comes to automatism, the point is not to pick the right colors, but instead to keep things moving and allow yourself to discover the end result when you're done. And don't forget that you can leave areas uncolored as well, just like you see me doing here. For best results this time around, I'm going to say try to stay inside the lines, but even that's up for grabs. And if you have one, just like Louis, the finishing touch is to carefully place your napkin in the cellophane baggie. This helps your beautifully decorated napkin to display just a little bit better while at the same time protecting it. And there you have it. Great job!
I did it!
A noteworthy napkin unlike any other. And now for Trevega Star's final special ability, Kendo Kindness. When he kindly hands over his kendo stick paintbrush, it has a weird way of causing opponents to hesitate, reconsider, and sometimes not even want to fight.
So this time around, I hope that you learned how to trust your creativity, how to draw without overthinking, and how real artists create from flow, not perfection, which is something that I learned while creating this video. So the next time that you want to sit down and draw something, don't overthink it, just get started and let your creativity catch up to you. I want to take this opportunity to thank Louis Vega Trevino for sharing his amazing talent and time with us all. If you enjoyed this time with me, what are you waiting for? Draw another card and let's start our next artistic adventure together. Well, that's all I've got for now. I will see you next time. Bye.
Does this nifty ninja leave you feeling starry-eyed? Head over to patreon.com/Buzu Cards to download and print the character sheet for Trevega Star. Link in the description below.